Hello and welcome to Beastro. We are still in active development on Beastro, and this demo is a taste of our first couple of days in the game. If you happen to find a bug, please reach out to us on Discord. We'd also love to hear your feedback. So, welcome back to our usual Let's Try series where I try a different game every week just to poke into a series of like demos of games that have been around, or in this case, aren't even out yet. This is going to come out in sometime in 2026, and the fact that it's called Beastro, we love a good furry pun. That just feels like we were off to a good start, like they understood the assignment there. I don't know a ton about it besides furries and cooking. Flambe. Oh, good. You're awake. Come on. Surprisingly quiet so far. Until I regained my strength, I thought I would spend some time here and heal. His name's Panko. You can stay as long as you need, but we have work to do. Work? Are you not worried about the remnant? What do you want me to do? I'm a chef, not a caretaker. I'm sure they'll get it locked soon. This is what they've been preparing for. Right. Do you think they expect me to be out here? Everyone assumes you're dead. Until last night, no one had seen you since... well... aren't you too young to know about that? The wiping out of an entire flavor? Chef, remember? Not having spicy around is pretty obvious. You did what you had to save everyone else. Spicy has been gone? Some in media res world building going on. Besides, if you go back out there, I don't think you're coming back. Just come with me. We'll run through the chores, then you can meet up with Travers and open the restaurant. Give it a day or two, and we'll get you ready for battle. The Dilishkins are up. Time to get going. Oh, it's a reverse My Wolf. Like so many furry visual novels end with slowly rehabilitating somebody, but being slowly rehabilitated by a furry husband, but instead we are the husband. This camera's wild. Okay, there's a few things to do here. Invert, vertical, yes. And then controller look sensitivity. Let's chill you out a bit. Wow, they let you turn it up so much higher than it is right now. I'm used to mouse sensitivity being weird because we all have different sensitivities by default on our mouse before we get to the game. Controllers are pretty standard. I'm surprised they let me go all the way up. I want to see what that looks like actually. Avert your gaze if you have motion sickness. Whee! Oh Jesus, it's literally unplayable. Who would ever do this? I don't understand. Why is the default so low? I mean, the default's too high, but I mean, like, why is the acceptable range so low? What's all this meter for? Why would you turn it up this high? It's not like we're doing snapshots like a shooter or something where you need that any kind of speed. Okay, there we go. Look at this fucking art style. Oh, it won't let me get the camera closer to him because the camera just goes through the wall. Can I look? Oh no. Okay, this wall lets me clip into it. Or not clip into it so I can see him up close. Big, tall lynx man. I think he's a lynx. Something like that. Trees and stuff. Seems to be a nice quality of life thing that the camera does in fact go through things sometimes, but in a way where they are hidden properly, so it doesn't look glitchy and weird. It just actually avoids freaking out altogether. Can I talk to this guy? No? Oh, bottom of the screen says I have no treats. What a tragedy. Hello. Okay. We have multitudinous species. Huh. The rocks seem to have fallen off. I thought I stacked them well last night. Sorry, chef. I'm not quite ready to open. Please come back in a bit and I'd be happy to show you my wares. So probably should just go to the actual objective. I just want to look around at all the things. Why, hello there, Panko. You seem to be moving about quite speedily this morning. Yeah, you're always up early, right, Tuck? Of course. Just this morning I woke as the warming sensation of the sun's beams drew a blanket across my face. The Solido sun rises so gently, doesn't it? Okay. Did you hear anything recently? I heard the sounds of hungry Delishkins. They are not ones to wait for their grubs. But nothing out of the ordinary, like an explosion. Cannot say that I did. Once I reach the point of slumber, I give myself fully over to it. Did you know deep sleep is when your body heals? That's how I've managed to stay so young these past 200 years. You should really take care of yourself when you're young, Panko. Yeah, okay. I best be off. I'll see you around. Remember to take a breath. Just like these pages, you've got to open yourself up to the moment and not stay so closed up all the time. Okay, bye. So we're keeping it a secret. Oh, it's a little... What are you? Kind of looks like a horned rabbit. Is that like a deer type thing? Antelope thing? I feel like the head shape and horns don't quite match. It's like something different. Oh, can't get around these books. Oh yeah, it's a lot of just people with horns in general, huh? These look like dogs. Okay, yeah, same head, but now with like feathers, and maybe even a bunch of ears mixed in. I'm not really sure actually. Some surreal creatures around here. Ooh. Peek leak. Locals don't love being spooked by the eyes peeking out from the ground. 3. Medium. Whatever that means. Question now is, can I find the garden now that I've gotten off track? Good morning. How's the catch today? Fantastic. There are a few pockets of fish out there today. You should gather up some grubs and try your luck at the pier. I'd love to see some fish on the menu soon. That should be the place. Oh, there's some grub. And another strange dog ram. I should make sure I fed the Delishkins before fishing. Okay, is there a map? Now that I've ruined everything by wandering off a little bit. Oh! Found the throw grub button, but apparently you can just get him back. A seashell. The dried shell breaks apart easily, offering a pleasant salty crunch. Candy coating. On trick win, the caretaker will take -2 less damage from attacks for 3 turns. I'm slightly terrified about the idea of shells that you just put in your food. Would not normally try that much. Big ol' horns here. You can buy things here from the guy with the giant horns. I think that's the garden. Okay. I genuinely was like, hang on a minute. Is there any indication of how to go, of where to go, if I don't immediately go in the objective direction that I think the cutscene indicated it? Let's see how everyone is doing this morning. Was there actually anything to water? Well, it's wet now. Mixed veggies or raw rice. Alright, we're now growing rice. Another grub. Do I feed y'all grubs? It's very funny that the grubs are just already on the floor, but I have to specifically throw a grub at each one, and they'll be like, "Oh, food!" And they won't consider eating the grubs otherwise. Is that an egg? Delishkin egg. A versatile umami ingredient used in dishes across Toledo. You feed them and they poop out an egg. On the spot. Gotta make room. Leaves. It's leaves. Cow fur. Used for making various clothing, banners, and curtains. Let's see. So right bumper is cycle, not the D-pad like I would have guessed. And I throw the leaves, and they're like, "Oh, leaves!" He's in a whole field that even contains leaves. But he's like, "Oh, you threw leaves. I'm so into these leaves you threw." Are you gonna poop something out that I use? You gain a big heart. Okay, they have an udder, so they're clearly milkable. Delishkin meat. A sustainable protein provided by the Delishkins. New day, new legs. Oh god. They just walk in here and just like they shed legs. That's horrifying. But I guess they're maybe trying to have a version of farming where you can cook familiar meals, but don't have to slaughter your animals, which is a lot of farming. There's a lot of elements of farming that video games would not want to spend time with. Drapes and drum will be closed for a few days as I take my annual summer nap break. Be back in a few for all your tailoring needs, Twal. I haven't slept since this started. He's going to wake up and everything's going to be different. Twal doesn't strike me as someone who is bothered by much. I think she'll be okay. Okay. I think that's code for this feature will be here in the next version of the game. Since they said the demo's the first 2 days, I think. Morning, Panko. I've got Traveler's delivery order ready for today. Travers. I keep thinking it's just Travelers. I haven't seen him yet. So, do you mind taking it to the restaurant? It's a great mix of staples. Don't feed him staples. I even took a nibble to test the quality, and my stomach has been rumbling ever since. My tummy's giving me the rumblings only hands can satisfy. Thanks, Orso. I'll get this to him so we can prep for the day. Mixed veggies. Leafy blend of greens and veggies, they pack a healthy punch. On Trick Win, attack and gain 2 stamina. Trick Win. Raw rice, chewy grain that offers a lightly sweet base. Cow milk. It's a cow, I get it. Bottled fresh daily by the cows themselves. They bottle their own milk. Nobody milks them. I'm scared. There's a level of... I know we're literally anthro animals, but there's a level of anthropomorphization of the farm animals that I'm not quite ready for. They just hang out on the farm, naked, you feed them, they shit out eggs, they just kind of prepare various body parts for you to eat. They milk themselves and bottle it. I don't want to go to bed, I want to go to the restaurant. Wait, that's the restaurant. So a lot of the main stuff's just here in this main square. That's my farm, that's my bed, that's the market, that's the restaurant. All around this fountain. Looks like a quest board. Let's see what's happening around town. Did you hear Travers is missing? It seemed as though he was getting a bit bored with the ingredients he had on hand. Word travels fast in small town, almost as fast as Travers. Travers travels fast in small town. Another peak leak. To do that fishing, on one hand, it could further prepare me for what comes next, but on the other hand, I never like fishing in games, so I don't know if I want to play the minigame. The tea house opens in the morning, in the evening, blah. The background of that is currently a two-dimensional image that's blurry. Hey, Travers. I've got the delivery from Morsel. It's not usually this, charred, right? Uh-oh. Concerned face. Travers? Travers. I don't think he's here. He's here. He's always here. We were supposed to cook mushrooms today. He loves mushrooms. You still have mushrooms on Palo Pori? Everything seems so different now. Well, no. He lives outside the wall and brings them back. Outside the wall? The wall is protecting you from all from the wilds and the monsters? It's never mattered before. He's always here. And then you show up and he's not. And this place, well, look at it. I have to find him. Are you just gonna leave things like this? I'll deal with that later. I gotta talk to Bull. Is Bull a bull? Just feeling out the vibes for the naming scheme. We are cat man, but then cat spirit represents an entire flavor category. Let's look for Travers and then we can clean this up. It'll still be here. Does Travers look like that image on the door? A crab limo and a hoopfish. So there are different fish according to the quest log that appear at different time of day. Oh, a sour hammerbug. Crunchy! When played as an enhancer on a winning trick, add 1 shield to the caretaker. I have no idea how that stuff works. I think cooking must be a card game. Because they all have card game descriptions for sure. Cloudberry must be kept in a jar for the first day after plucking so it doesn't float away. Is that a thing that I actually have to do, or is that just flavor text? Because I don't have any Zelda jars yet. Gonna be a bit of a limit on my ability to go forward. Bull, hey, have you seen Travers today? Can't say I have, but he never enters through this door. I've been guarding this spot ever since my little pads could lift that lock bar. My little pads. Not a soul has ever entered through this door. Yep. No one has come through that door. Panko, who is this? Oh, she's... Flambe. Great to meet you, Palo Porian. You'll find my signature in the guest log throughout all history, though it's been a while since I was last here. Wait, really? Oh, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I just assumed you were dead. I almost was. Panko left... it's a Panko or Panko? Shit. I keep going back and forth. Panko found me last night, and it's helping me regain my strength. I apologize for sneaking in, but things got a bit dire when the remnant opened up in the marshlands. You're safe here, Flambe. We built this wall to protect us from everything out there. Unlocked remnant or not, this door is staying shut, and my friends are going to be protected. I can keep an eye on things from here. I hope so. And seeing as we have you, the actual guardian of Solido here in town, I'm sure we'll be fine. Yeah, right. I'm sure I'll heal up quick too. Exactly. And in the meantime, traditions are traditions, and you will still need to sign the guest log. I'll make sure to do so today. Wonderful. Panko, should I be worried about Travers? I'm not sure. I'm going to go check his secret entrance. I'll let you know if he comes this way. I'll keep things locked down, as always. That'd be quite a life to have. I stand here next to this door. Forever. It never opens. That's all that happens. That's all I do. Alright, Flambe, what did you write? It's been nearly 300 years since I last spent time in Palo Pori. I feared I would not be wanted, but the welcome has been warm as its weather. I hope I can keep it that way. Flambe. That's nice. Oop, oop. We're going up there. That's where a secret entrance is. I think you can always see the objectives through walls and everything. You just kind of have to spin your camera around till you see an exclamation point, as opposed to a map or compass. Wouldn't hurt to have a map, just to be able to see what the layout of the whole place. For like some context. Sweet hammer bug. There's sweet and sour hammer bugs. I can make sweet and sour sauce now. Probably. I don't know. I had sweet and sour fish like an hour ago. Unrelated fact. That's a Keith fact right there. We're back where we started. Oh, this thing. This is how Travers usually comes into town. But when he left, I stacked those rocks on top and now they're here. Why do you stack the rocks? Travers says it's so we know if the boulder has moved. He must have come back at some point and then left again. That must be why the kitchen is a mess. He's probably getting stuff to fix it and was in a rush. You want to go out there and see if we can find him? I'm not made for that. Palo Pori is a town for artisans. We were left behind because we're not built for fighting. I'd probably just die. So what do you do now? The town still has to eat, and I need to think. So I guess we'll just get on with it, and I'll figure something out. What about the broken oven? Let's see if Thea has some parts. So we're giving up on Travers? Huh. We have to find and save Travers. Oh, he might be outside? The only place where people are ever in danger? I didn't think that far ahead. I guess we're not saving him. Why, hello, Chief. What can I help you with? Chef, not Chief. You haven't seen Travers today, have you? Not today, but I don't usually see him until the evenings. Something wrong? I'm not sure if something is wrong, but things definitely aren't right. The restaurant's in shambles, and Travers is nowhere to be found. I think maybe it caught on fire? The oven is broken and everything is a bit burned. That is concerning. Well, I don't have any oven bits at the moment, but I have been dabbling with the idea of expanding my wares. I would no longer be constrained by the whims of the wilds and what washes ashore. I can smith the objects of my own imagination and maybe even yours, if you happen to find some inspiration. Yes, I think I can fix the oven, but I will need some iron ore, and I just don't have any right now. But there's no ore in Palo Pori. That could be a problem. Well, I'll try to sort an alternate solution, but if for some reason you get some more, I'll have the plan unlocked in my shop. And I'm sure, much like the ore, Travers will show up soon. Yeah, he's probably still getting some mushrooms. It doesn't take this long. It doesn't usually take this long, but that's likely it. Exactly. And the oven could have had an ember still in it that had exploded or sent smoke everywhere. Yeah, you're right. We just have to get on with the day. So we're not repairing the oven either? Garden bed? As additional garden bed to the oven? Okay. Well, I should keep the money for the oven repair until I don't have to worry about affording it or something. We should go clean things up. We've never missed a service, and even with a broken oven, we still have folks to feed. So now we're gonna try to cook without an oven, it looks like. I mean, there are things you can prepare. What's up with this? Are you gonna be a mystic portal later? That sure stands out. Is there a jump button? Nope. Keep looking for jumping and running. He really isn't built for much, is he? Oh my god. Hmm. Oh. Interesting. So the place is kind of destroyed. And we're cleaning the place up. By, in many cases, just taking that slot and swapping it out for a different cosmetic item. Interesting. There it is. Damn, talented. It's like new. How do things get in such a state? I think it's usually hard for an oven to do all that. What looks good today? Delishkin rice bowl. We have all those items. It costs 20 to make. It's today's special. Takes an hour to create. Gives us the most 10 bonus restaurant appeal. Oh. Can I make more of them? No. Huh. It seems I can make one of everything, so I guess I'll do that. Seems like I don't think I can make more than one of anything, just one of each. Oh, they're all popping in. Look at the giant rabbit man. He's adorable. Everyone's always so happy. It's starting to make me afraid. Also, the two people that are in this room are different people than the ones we saw walk in, which is kind of funny. Avoid the red bubbles. What does that mean? Ooh, okay. Oh. Oh. Evil red bubbles. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you can really try to abuse the outer rim a bit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that counted as red bubble? Dang it. That one snuck up on me a bit. Amazing! Aim for the flaming pots. Oh. What? What? Oh, this is weird. I have to hold it down for a really specific amount of time. Do I even have a limit on how many items I have? Okay. This is a really weird minigame. Okay. Good. Damn. The number was, yeah, I had it for a second that seemed bigger than the previous one. That's gonna be a hard minigame to get. Chop the carrots at the right time. This is, Who's making me do this? Not even a music track? Come on. I need a fucking metronome. What is this? What is causing these video games to? Oh no! How do I take? Who do I take them to? Anyone? Oh god. Okay, you. Serve. Oh no, it's getting less good now. I didn't. I didn't know. Okay, here you go. Amazing. Rapid and fast payment, tips. Okay. I feel like I got paid less than I invested in money. What are you? So this is what smells so good. Can I take a seat anywhere? Quiet, Tom. We'll get something in you soon. What are you? It smells amazing in here. Not like home, but whatever you're cooking seems great. Who are you? Oh, right. You don't get many outsiders here. We've never gotten an outsider here. Well, I guess until last night. I'm Oyoshi, an umami denizen, one of their caretakers. I left our haven back in Portobello to fight the monsters near and protect the umami spirits from the marshlands. What brought you here to Palo Pori? I was out in the marshlands and needed a break. I saw your big gate and remembered there was supposed to be a town just on the other side. That lovely guard let me in when I told her I needed a snack. She said this restaurant had the best food in all of Solido. I could use some nourishment before I head back out to the wilds. You're going back out there? Of course. I believe there are some spine newts native to the region nearby. I need to make sure they're okay. And if I take down a monster or two, that will keep them and the spirits safe. Seems like a good plan. I think I can help you out. Any requests? I saw some delishkins on my way over here. I would love an egg in my meal. I also like some flavors more than others. I always feel more energized if a meal matches my palate. I can figure something out. Something with egg? Build your deck. Oyoshi has asked for a meal to help him prepare for his venture. As chef, you will assemble a meal for Oyoshi. Oishi. No, there's no O at the middle. Oishi. The recipe base and ingredients you will use will add to his deck of cards and abilities he'll have for his ventures in the wilds. So I make him stuff, and then he has the cards, and then I maybe I end up playing him, or I wonder if it's like an auto thing where you just see how he does with what I gave him. Start with a recipe base as the foundation for your meal. Recipe bases have their own fixed placement on the board, flavor profile, and set of cards associated with them. Each ingredient has its own flavor: umami, salty, sour, bitter, or sweet. These ingredients make up the flavor profile of the dish. They also have a weight. This is how much they affect their flavor profile. Oh, so it's the weight to the flavor, not like a physical weight. As you add ingredients to the board, you'll see the flavor profile of the dish change in the bottom left. Oyoshi has his own likes and dislikes, which you can see in its flavor palette, indicated by the white regions. Try and land in the white region to unlock bonus stamina. Each caretaker has a craving. By fulfilling their craving, you'll build up your friendship with them. Oishi is looking for a delishkin egg today. For your first meal, pick a recipe base and then add one sour ingredient, like your cow milk, to the board to build up your stamina, and add a delishkin egg to fulfill Oishi's craving. You can add more ingredients if you'd like, but seeing as we're just getting started, it's unnecessary. Okay, what am I looking at here? Rice bowl, rice and veggies. Is there an egg in that? They said to add an egg, obviously, but I'm just like, is that a picture of an egg in the middle? Or what is that? Is that a thing of sauce that's propped up in the middle of the rice? Oh, the stuff shows up on like a grid. I wonder why the leek is up there, but the rice is up there. Blue and red, 2 red. Those are 3 reds. 2 and 4. I don't know what some of this stuff means. So this will give him a blue and a red, and this will give him 2 reds. So like this is like more variety. Oishi's palette. They want a delishkin egg. I'm not sure if I get it. Okay, I read all that, but I'm trying to figure out what it means more intuitively here now that I'm looking at it. Ingredients. Enhance and balance. So red and teal balance each other, but the two different blues enhance each other? And there's like a white zone apparently? Is that the two white hearts that seem to have raised minimums? Is that the minimum and maximum of what I'm trying to go for with each flavor, essentially? Like, are you trying to land within the two thresholds of each one? Like the little prongs, you want to be below the top one but above the bottom one? And so green and purple are the two flavors that start off not at minimum, like we just kind of succeed everything else by default. Okay, how do I add things? Okay, here we go. I can add a sour hammer bug. I'm not sure what their placement on the board means. Okay, the tabs are all here. Lishkin egg. Oh, is it the placement? Oh, that's how this part works. So there we go. So purple and green enhance each other. Red and dark blue have no relationship with each other. Green and blue balance each other. Yeah, so we have more green here. Does balance mean they both go down, or does it mean they get averaged? No, they both go down. Dark blue also gets reduced when I do this. So if I want to get as much flavor as possible while still being within the threshold, then this is probably the best way to go. So that's why you can place things around in this big Tetris board. Interesting. And I need to cook it correctly now. It's just like playing Monster Hunter World. Before they nerfed the cooking animations. Oh, there's a weird lack of sound right now. Okay. Huh, I didn't have to do any minigames for that one. No meal preparation. That was quite delicious. Kinda nailed it in general. So he normally has four green cards. We added 2 with the meal choice, then 2 with the bonus ingredient choices. Purple's enhanced so much that it's a 4 now. Okay. Now do I go play as him outside and use those resources as best as I can? I just need a moment to digest. I'll head back out to the wilds once you close. Ready to close the restaurant for the evening? I guess. I think that's everybody. You're not going to believe what happened. Like, I knew I felt weird after you were cooking, but I didn't know how weird. Okay. It's a good thing, I think. Well, I don't know, but it's a thing. So what happened? I'll have to show you. I put something together with the help of Thea and Gia. Meet me at the tea house when you're ready. Who are they? How do you know who they are? Didn't you just get here? Little birds over here. Isn't this amazing? We built a puppet theater. I mean, it is pretty fun. Who's in there? We'll talk about that later. I need to show you what happened today in the wilds. I want to hear all about that. Okay, here goes. So I went back to the marshlands just as I had planned, but my stomach was dancing and twisting. I wasn't sick, but something was off. I did my best to ignore the rumbles. Is it timing based or do I press the button? Oh. So now I'm gonna play... Okay, so there's a little roguelike thing going on here. That's clearly a roguelike map with the branching paths and everything. It only took a few steps before I realized my tracks were not alone. Something had trudged through this mud before me. Something I had never seen or read about. and when I looked up to see what was ahead, a plant approached me. I reached out, but did not seem friendly. Angry plant. My stomach lurched as the rumble grew closer, grew stronger, and then I could feel it. The flavor magic was within me, giving me power. Is this the day... Is this based on the stats I gave you, or is this the day before? The meal you cooked for your caretaker has set them up for their battles, influencing their cards, stamina, and abilities. Your goal is to defeat the monsters and earn new ingredients. You defeat them by knocking their stamina to 0, but beware, if your caretaker's stamina reaches 0, they'll faint and the adventure will end. Beastro's combat takes place over a number of rounds. Each round, the monster will play its card first. Their card will set the flavor of the round. A monster's card has 2 key pieces of information: flavor, suit, and value. This minion... okay. Played an Umami 2 card, as seen by its green color, and the Umami Sweet icon on the bottom left. Your goal is to play a higher value card of the same suit as the monsters. If you do, you win the round and do damage. Damage is shown in the preview over the monster. If the monster's value changes to a shield, it's losing the round. Play higher value Umami cards against this monster to defeat them. It's your turn. There's a special combat which will have you battling a few minions in a row to get the hang of things. Good luck out there. Need some water. So I listened to my stomach, and suddenly I had channeled the magic of the flavor spirits to fight off this little tooth planter. So I meant to think that he left, had an adventure, came back, and this is the same day. It felt like we just closed up shop, and they were waiting for me to close up shop before they would do anything. I'm a little thrown off by that part. Alright, so they have a 2, so I need to play a 2 or higher. Why is this one jiggling? Didn't they say it has to be the same suit? So the enhance and balance thing is here too. Is the idea that if I play blue, then the 2 of them cancel each other out? Is that what they're trying to say? Oh, it's halved. Okay. It's good to know that works that way, but this one will just beat it, right? Oh, Y is continue. Okay. Coming out with another one. But like my whole hand just beats them, so it should be straightforward. That one's dead. Well done. Every time you win a round, you deal damage. The amount of damage you do is based on your attack power, as noted by your sword, plus the difference between your card and the monsters. The bigger the difference between the cards, the more damage you do. It seemed the minion would set the flavor magic and value I'd need to overcome. If my flavor magic matched the monsters and at a higher value, I'd attack. Why is he narrating in first person the tutorial that I already read? If my magic was weaker, I would be attacked. However, as long as I matched the flavor, I could block some of the damage of the attack. Let's see what else this flavor magic can do. When a monster plays its card, it is setting the flavor of the round. Again, we could play the same flavor and match its magic, or we could play the balancing flavor for that type of magic. Each suit has a balancing flavor, one that is more powerful when played against the monster. The balancing flavor for each suit is shown at the top of the monster's card. In the case of Umami, it's balanced by bitter. By playing the balancing flavor against the monster's card, you cut the monster's card value in half. Here, the card goes from 2 to 1. When a monster's card is balanced, you'll see the word halved above their card. This gives you another path to fight, and a great way to deal extra damage. Try playing a bitter card against the minion to get the hang of it. Can I also play a different card the same round, or do I have to pick only one card? Because surely making their card weaker doesn't necessarily make me win, right? It reduces it to 1. Sometimes you might not have a card in your hand that's effective against the monsters. If that's the case, you can choose to fill your hand and bring it back up to 5 cards, or discard your entire hand for 5 new cards. These actions will cost some stamina, but that can be better than a choice than being attacked. Ah. We can use up stamina to redraw our hand. So what does this do? Oh, they get halved, but I don't get halved. So the balance part only goes one way as the person defending, I guess. I thought it was having both of us because that just seems logical about how the diagram's laid out. This makes me also win the round. So balancing cards are stronger than playing the same suit. But in my case, the balance card that I have available is weaker because it only has 2 points and these ones have 3 and 4 is the main difference. They very politely tell you exactly what's going to happen. Okay. The monster sets the flavor of the fight, and it's up to me to pick a card that matches or balances the monster's flavor. If my magic is stronger, I attack. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't get why he's explaining the tutorial out loud diegetically. Especially since I would assume he came here on an adventure and already knows how to fight. So, what? So I will look for one of those 2 flavors in my hand each time I encounter a battle. Balancing a monster's magic cuts their value in half, giving me a great advantage. Oh, another one. Enhancing. Caretakers have another trick up their sleeves to battle with the monsters, enhancing their own card. While each card played by the monster has a balancing flavor it is weak to, each card played by the caretaker has an enhancing flavor, a flavor that can be used to boost the card played by the caretaker. When you choose your card, look to the bottom left of the caretaker card. There you will see the enhancing flavor of your lead card. If you have that flavor in your hand, you can select that card too, adding its value to your lead card. Try playing an umami card to match the monster, and then enhance it with sour. We can play both? Enhancing is a choice. There are times you may want to keep your possible enhancer for a later turn. If you don't want to enhance, just hit the play button. Sometimes you might not have either a matching or balancing flavor in your hand or deck. If you play a card of the wrong flavor against the monster's card, your card will not be able to block any of the monster's attack, and you will take full damage. You can also try discarding or filling your hand if you need a particular card, but it'll cost you stamina. That said, sometimes it's the best choice. So cards that don't directly interact with the enemy's card are just useless, basically. Right, so try matching the card. Then we can play another card. This one will strengthen it. Enhanced. Now, yeah, just one-shot them now. Conk. Can't believe he curb stopped that creature. Maybe I'm the baddie. I'm a little surprised the tutorials weren't spread out over the first few maps. Now we have a whole ass map to play through. Look at that smiling face. Does it get less smiley the more I dwindle? And then I found what I'd been looking for. Spinoot tails. I knew they were out here somewhere, but usually the spinoots are in the same place as where they drop their tails. But I didn't see any around. I decided to grab the tail to investigate. Stay within the green area. Oh god. Oh! It's one of those magnetic mini games. Okay. Aha! Did I do good? Yes. Oh. Oh no. This is very dry. They're distressed. They'll head to the wettest area they can find. Okay, water. Water. Where would they go? The streaming kelp trees. That would be the safest and wettest place to hide out. So he's identified kind of an environmentalist, like identifying the issue that's going on with these creatures. Oh, 2 monsters. Then I saw some weeds dancing through the mud. They were traveling in packs now. They do move in packs, in herds. Damn. Look out! 2 minion are here for this encounter. Often you'll find yourself fighting 2 monsters at once. The monsters will play their cards first. Sometimes they'll play the same flavor, but sometimes they'll play different flavors. You will play 1 card to fight both monsters, as you can only cast 1 spell per round. Your card will play against each monster independently. It will fight against the nearest monster first and the farthest monster second. Look for combos where you can match 1 monster and balance another. Sometimes you won't be able to match or balance both monsters with 1 card. That means 1 monster will attack you, It's up to you to decide which monster to focus on. Look for new effects from your ingredients to unlock alternate strategies for your caretakers. Okay, so this will specifically have and attack both of them. Conk. Conk. There we go. That animation kind of takes a little while. I kind of thought that my entire inventory of items was going to be the cards that I got from the meal. They were all being spent permanently and I had to cook and eat more to get new ones, but it seems like it's just my hand overall. There might be a strategy here where you might get screwed over by cooking too much because you'd have maybe too many cards that don't lead to the specific variety you need for the actual fights. Or it might be too hard to draw the card you want. Like in Ballard, the downside of having too many cards in your deck sometimes that you just can't reach things you want. I bet I can balance one monster's magic and match the others. Oh, here we go. They're green and blue. So if I play green, that matches green and then bounces blue, yeah. It's right next to each other. So playing either of the cards that they're currently playing would match or have. Oh, he's in trouble. They drew such detailed puppets. Would you look at that? I just need to focus on how I can be stronger than my enemy. Using the balancing flavor to the monster's magic will help me cut their value in half. I can also improve my primary flavor by playing its enhancing flavor alongside it, boosting the value of my own magic. When faced with two different flavors of the monsters, I will need to pick my battles, so they say. A branching path. And big flame. And soon enough, I found Flambe's rest stop, and the pyre she would sleep in during her journeys. I figured it was a good place for her to rest. It'd be one for me too. So I lit her pyre and set up my tent. I'd be able to start my next venture from here, as I explored the marshlands. I tried to sleep, but I was much too excited. So much had changed, I rushed back to Palo Pori, and well, here we are. A successful venture complete, and new ingredient to dry. What? You set up a camp and then just left and came back? Strange. With the pyre now lit, I could start my journeys from here in the future. It was starting to feel a little long for a little adventure, so I guess it makes sense that they stop here and then let you continue from there later. It's weird that he sets up camp, but then he doesn't stay in camp. He comes back here because they have to acknowledge the conceit of cooking. It's like they had the premise of cooking to give you stats and so on, and that all makes sense. But then they were like, these are kind of long. We should have checkpoints so you can do more cooking gameplay. And then they were like, but he's out in the wilds? How are you cooking for him? He runs back. And you're like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. I still can't believe it, chef. I've eaten hundreds of meals in my lifetime, and I've never had magic like that. What are you putting in your food? I didn't really do anything Travers and I haven't done before. I suppose I made a special meal for you, but I didn't do anything different. I just cooked it up over our fire. About that, your fire seems a bit, well, flambe-like. Oh. It's okay, Panko. Oishi, good to properly meet you. I must apologize for not introducing myself earlier. You're alive. I thought it was you back at the restaurant, but I wasn't quite sure. But then when I had all this flavor magic, I just knew. You're not mad? We all make hard choices. Something brought us both here. It seems like we're to work together. Maybe you're not ready to go back out there, but I am. And it seems like you can send your magic with me. Oh. I brought you back some of those minions I fought. Even if they're monsters, we shouldn't let them go to waste. I can't help but wonder what they taste like. Do you think I'd get some kind of new magic? They seem to be able to grow, so maybe I can too. That's a great idea. The monsters seem to be gaining magic from the flavor spirits they're consuming. Maybe we can channel that magic into you through our cooking. Let's head to the restaurant before bed. We need to study how to cook the minion before we can add these tales to the dish. I'm gonna hang out here for a minute and try to figure out where I'm going to rest tonight. Bull said she'd be happy to help me find a place to sleep. See you tomorrow, little chef. We got chunks of monsters. There's the ram. Does the rabbit ever talk? Actually, can I even reach the rabbit? Yes, but no. There's an upstairs. Huh. Thought it was a bath at first, but nope. They say try sauteing the meat in the kitchen. Is this like the research phase? We're trying to figure out what to do with proteins we've never interacted with before. Oh, here you take them out of there. I think I can cook this here. Gotta believe. So those are like the hot spots. Okay, so this is the meat we're cooking, I guess? Uh-oh. Is this what that one egg cooking game is like? I never got around to playing that one. But I know that mostly just features pan gameplay, I think. That worked. Minion is a bit chewy, but it has some really nice umami flavor. Kind of like a meaty mushroom with some herbs already built in. I could probably make a new recipe based out of this for Yoshi. I should write up a new recipe card. Ingredient mastery. Panko is mastered using minion meat. Many monster ingredients require Panko to learn how to use them in different ways. Simple ones require you to practice their cooking technique. Each time you improve your mastery over an ingredient, or learn how to cook with a new ingredient, you'll earn Chef XP. You can also gain Chef XP by completing quests, building relationships, serving patrons, and more. As you earn Chef XP, you will unlock Chef Points, which are used to unlock new recipes for Panko. You've now earned your first Chef Point. Use the recipe box at the restaurant to spend it. The what? The where? The whence? Oh, you. Travers always told me to put any new recipe ideas in here. I never felt ready before, but sauteing with that minion meat gave me an idea. The recipe box is where Panko learns new recipe bases for caretakers and patron meals to serve to the townsfolk. The box will be open when you have a chef point ready to use. Recipe bases allow Panko to start the mise en place board with a new configuration. Bases are paired with starting cards and have a square icon. Look for bases that build toward the decks and abilities you want. Many bases have effects they unlock. Patron meals will help Panko to earn more money to help unlock future upgrades. Look for the round icons and those that unlock appeal and customers. I feel like I end up having to mostly just look at the interface and figure it out because the tutorial's like, what are you talking about most of the time? So that's the beginning. Our first thing is the rice bowl. Oh, this interacts strangely. Okay. Rice, veggies, minion meat. Veggies, peakly cloudberry. They seemingly wanted us to do the minion meat one, so maybe I'll do that one. New spin on a classic, now with monster meat. I have a bunch of now because we killed so many. Countless of them. Okay, so that's how we get a new recipe placed. Good to know. Start from save and quit. Okay. I think I'll go turn in for the night, but that's probably going to be it for this video. Unless they blast me in the face with the cutscene immediately. I should get some rest. Oh. You made all this on your own. It's so impressive. Why, thank you. I really do feel as if I've come into my own here. So I had this idea. As I keep venturing deeper into the wilds, I'm not sure if I'll always have the stamina to reach a camp. I need a way to ask for help. Yes. Some kind of call, so we can know you need a pickup. And then one of us crows can come scoop you up in our strong talons and carry you back here like a baby. Exactly. Like a baby. What you need is a cowbell. You know what? Give me a sec. Haha, it is done. Such a great idea deserves to be brought to life. Please take this with you on your next venture. And if you want to leave, just give it a ring. Oh, I love it. Gonna tuck this right in my softest moss to keep it safe. Many thanks. I'll be in the garden if you need me. And I got some XP just from sleeping, it looks like. I still can't believe it. We gave Oishi some of my magic through my flame and your food. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. You don't seem excited. Well, it's just, like, everything is changing. I was happy being a sous chef. Now Travers is gone, a random caretaker showed up, I had to cook minion meat. Whatever that is, and, like, everything is just, it's not the same. Wait, did Oishi move into my garden? Yeah, he lives there now. Enjoy. That wasn't there before? No. I gotta talk to him. Yeah, I just thought I'd move into your house and just cause some mayhem, you know? Looks like he's having a bit of a crisis over all this. It is a little funny that, like, even Flambe is baffled by the fact that they, who represent a flavor, gave people magic by them cooking food via their flame. And I'm just like, what? What did it mean before when you were representations of flavors? I was it not that specifically? Anyway, we're an hour in, so I think that's going to be it for today. This has been a let's try of, oh god, what's it called? Beastro, right. If you want to check out the demo for yourself and play the rest of it yourself, there's a link in the description to the store page for this game, where you can also wishlist it to get notified when it eventually comes out and check out the full release someday. There's also another link that you can check out to watch a lot of Let's Try. So if you just like learning about indie games all the time, I have played hundreds of them, and there's links to various ones in the description if you'd like to check them out too. But that's going to be it for now. I gotta take a break and rest my voice. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I will see you next time.